Hi, my name is Katie Ziskind. I'm the practice owner of Wisdom Within Counseling here in Niantic, Connecticut, where we specialize in helping anxious children and depressed teenagers using creative holistic therapies to teach self-confidence, positive body image, and to overall help your whole family communicate better. You can read more about what we do at wisdomwithinct.com. This video is all about what makes child and teen therapy very different than adult counseling. So first, let's talk about what a child needs in therapy. A child experiences therapy as it can be very positive, as a safe place to belong, to feel acceptance, and to let go of those worries and anxieties. Children usually come to therapy because they're worried about adult issues. So perhaps as a parent, you're going through a divorce and now your child isn't talking, maybe is more frustrated, throwing temper tantrums at school. And so child therapy is very specialized, using play, art, creative therapies, even going outside and collecting shells on the beach at McCook's can be a form of play therapy for a child here at Wisdom Within Counseling. And these play therapies, these creative therapies, help your child feel a sense of trust, and which allows your child to open up, because your child won't talk like you would as an adult in session. Talk therapy is not developmentally appropriate for children. So if your therapist is trying to make your child talk it out, it's not going to work. Your child's going to have a very negative therapy experience and may not want to go back, because through talk therapy, a child will feel like a problem needing to be fixed. But your child is creative and is probably just developing symptoms of anxiety or depression because of a deeper issue. And oftentimes in therapy, children need, for instance, feeling cats. They need musical instruments to process emotions. Music can provide a language, a universal language, in addition to words. When words are too difficult, or your child might not want to talk about the divorce, or might not even know what to say because your child's afraid of picking sides and maybe loves you both. Music can provide an avenue for releasing those difficult, stuck feelings, and it allows your child to feel safe within their own world. So play is the language of a child. So in order to help a child feel safe, that's already feeling like a problem, that's already feeling pressure from teachers, already might even be the bad child, the problem child, a child needs to feel safe. So that's the first thing that we do here at Wisdom Within Counseling, is we help your child step out of fight or flight and instead just feel safe and comfortable. It might mean playing a game like Exploding Kittens if they're 10 or 12 years old. Or if your child's younger, maybe 4, 5, or 6, it might mean playing with Play-Doh and, seeing what colors they choose and seeing what helps them feel comfortable. And then from there, we start to assess your child's areas of growth, their strengths, and mental health diagnosis for accommodations at school, and more. Now, when it comes to teens in therapy, teens need individual sessions without their parents in the room. Teens are naturally at a developmental stage where they want to be independent, they might be seeking extra freedom, and they need a therapist all to themselves. Because if a teenager has mom or dad in the room, they will not talk about the deep issues, and it might actually cause more lying. So oftentimes teens will lie because they don't want mom or dad to know something. The idea is that your teen's therapist can kind of get curious and find out if there are any red flags and bring them to your attention as a parent. But your teen's therapist will also act as a trusted professional to help them develop positive coping skills to handle negative feelings like anger, frustration, or insecurity in positive ways, such as through art, yoga, music, and outdoor walking sessions. And oftentimes when teens come in, the negative behaviors that they have been doing will gradually and naturally decrease because they're starting to feel safe. they have their therapist now as a healthy outlet. So we help behaviors such as self-harm, cutting, spectrum-y behaviors such as social learning issues. If your teen is having trouble reading body language, can't make eye contact, that would be perfect for a walk and talk session. Help stimulate that social connection, help them get out there, develop those very needed and essential social communication skills. Teens also won't talk to their parents about dating often. They need that therapist to, bounce ideas off of. And a therapist can be a really positive person because they're upholding your family values. Your therapist can also advocate for your teenager if they need specific accommodations in school. And teens need a specialized type of therapy that's creative because oftentimes, teens need something that's out of the box, that's unique, that's different, that embraces their strengths and helps them feel like their uniqueness, their differentness, their weirdness is awesome and helps them feel like they belong, like your teen can finally feel connected to him or herself once again by having a relationship with a trusted therapist. And now to add, when we talk about adult counseling is very talk-based. So child therapy is play and creative-based. Teen therapy is also very creative, experiential, and holistic, hands-on. Those all allow positive coping skill development. For an adult in therapy, talk therapy is typically very positive, and I also specialize in using yoga therapy to help heal trauma. So if you're a parent, if you're an adult who's been through trauma, could be small t trauma like being bullied, or big T trauma such as being in an abusive relationship, gaslighting, if your partner was narcissistic, if you've been sexually abused by someone in your past or a partner, that's what we would call big T trauma. And I specialize in using yoga therapy, an evidence-based method for helping you in your body, mind, and spirit heal from that trauma. Breathing techniques, yoga postures, and movement are very important for effective trauma healing because not only does talk counseling help, but you need a body-based therapy to effectively heal from that trauma so that you can create a beautiful, happy life for your future and attract positive people into your life. So I love working with yoga therapy clients. Often, if someone wants more than just traditional talk counseling, yoga therapy can be exactly what they've been looking for. Instead of just talking about the past, you can actually talk about the past, but also being in a pose at the same time and be moving that stuck negative memory out of your physical body, while also bringing in positive energy, bringing in life force, bringing in connection to spirituality, so that you can grasp onto those positive things, those better things. So in order to let go of something negative, you have to have something to hang on to grasp, to fill that spot, something even better and more empowering. So oftentimes trauma victims who have been through years of talk counseling really have great success with yoga therapy because it is supportive, it's nurturing, and it can even include healing touch. So it can be a very, very positive way to reboot your entire nervous system to feel stronger, calmer, and more grounded going through your daily life. So why doesn't talk therapy work for kids? Talk therapy is very cognitive. So cognitive behavioral therapy is a traditional therapy for adults that looks at why you're having a thought, what that thought is saying. So for instance, if I'm going from a cognitive behavioral therapy method, I might say, okay, you're experiencing anxiety. What thought gives you anxiety? And you might say, I'm having anxiety because I keep feeling like I'm not good enough and I feel like a failure. And so when I have anxiety, I feel like a failure before a job interview. And so that anxiety revs up my mind and I actually end up sabotaging myself at the job interview because I feel like I'm gonna not even be good enough for the job. And so then that leads to behaviors such as biting my nails in the interview, which is seen as a negative behavior, and someone doesn't want to hire someone who bites their nails. Or, I might be stuttering in the interview, and that would actually cause me to not get the job. So you can go in with a positive thought and say, I am confident, I am strong, and I do deserve this job. So then the next job interview, you might go in with more confidence. You might be holding your shoulders strong and tall. So we have thoughts, behaviors, and feelings. Kids cannot do that. They do not have the brain development, and sometimes teens can't even do that. If your child is asked to do that, they will absolutely feel like a problem needing to be fixed, and they will have a very poor and negative therapy experience. Children cannot do talk counseling. A child will explain to you their feelings through play. So that's why you need to have a trained child specialist when you're bringing your child to counseling, so that that child's therapist can interpret and assess through your child's play what's going on within their psyche and in their mind and feelings. Asking a child directly, how do you feel? Why are you having anxiety? Tell me where your anxiety is coming from. It won't work. You can do that with an adult, but when you bring your child or your teenager to therapy, they need a specialist, someone that knows exactly how to step into your child's world, to step into your teenager's world, to help them feel accepted, safe, and trusted, so that they can then build those positive coping skills. Because, you know, if your child is not doing so well, they need someone that is very supportive and very flexible in terms of being able to play with them on the floor, or, you know, get outside, or help them feel like they're best again. Because when a child or a teenager starts to feel supported, those negative behaviors, those symptomatic issues will often go away. They finally have someone that's on their team, you know, that can help them really get through life. That's, you know, encouraging them, that's saying, oh, well, let's look at this situation from this angle, or, you know, what do you have control over? Or, wow, that was awesome, you got an A on that test. You know, teens need to hear that from someone outside of their family in order to truly believe those positive things about themselves and develop self-confidence. And all the things that your child or teen learns now in counseling will help them develop positive, meaningful relationships and friendships in college years and beyond. Because there are critical periods for learning social skills and emotional regulation. So it's best to start a child or teen as soon as you notice a red flag, rather than waiting for that problem to get worse. So if your 10-year-old is having trouble making eye contact with friends, is being too rowdy, too rambunctious, disrespectful at school, kind of being the oddball, pushing friends away by these negative behaviors, maybe his or her friends don't want to be friends with someone that's just so rude in class and socially awkward. Now is the time to seek support rather than waiting. My phone number is 860-451-9364. Call or text to get started in holistic creative therapy in Niantic today. Your child or your teen can choose from art, yoga, music, and outdoor sessions to learn positive coping skills, feel like he or she belongs in the world, and can develop self-confidence for lifelong wellness in mind, body, and spirit. In addition to individual sessions, we offer parent support sessions, which are like a parent-teacher conference, where we give you support about your child, recommendations for parenting tips at home, and work with the school, the principal, and guidance counselors to create an accommodation plan for your child or teen's academic success. You can read more about holistic creative therapies, integrating art, yoga, music, and the outdoors at wisdomwithinct.com. We look forward to getting connected. I'm Katie Ziskind, the practice owner of Wisdom Within Counseling here in Niantic, Connecticut. We helped anxious children, depressed teenagers, and distant young adults using creative holistic therapies to teach acceptance and positive coping skills. We are an LGBTQ-friendly practice, so we advocate for transgender youth and children. In addition, we welcome and advocate for LGBTQ families and parents. To read more, visit wisdomwithinct.com. We only have a few spaces available. So my schedule is full, Courtney's schedule is full. We have a few openings left on Thursday afternoons and Saturday mornings in both Farah and Hannah's schedule. We look forward to helping you and your family communicate and function better. Have a great day.